Thank you, pre-recorded Rocco. Pre-recorded Rocco, you only got one thing wrong. In place of Bradley, we're trading out a gay person for a straight person. I mean, that's trying to keep the man down, I guess. Anyway, it's Stormer filling in.
Sorry to disappoint everyone.
It's fine. You'll do, Stormer. You'll do. But the other people are here as described by pre-recorded Rocco. From Donna and Steve, and let's hope he doesn't disappoint Donna as much as he did the first time. It's your friend and mine, Steve Patterson. Hello, Steve.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Steve.
To kind of switch it up a little bit this morning, I actually did even less research for today.
Oh, good.
So,
Steve.
You know your candidates?
Brittany ran out. She was like, let me go get my documents. So then I silently...
Documents. She said documents, Steve.
I silently, I couldn't do it voice to text because Alexis is in this room, Brittany's in this room, but I just silently said to ChatGPT, give me 10 convincing reasons why Diddy was the worst celebrity of 2024.
Attaboy,
I feel like I could have done okay on my own.
Attaboy.
There we go.
Yeah, that one is, yeah.
It's fine. You're raising 6, 7, 10 kids.
So
it's
many
fine.
kids.
Yeah, so many kids.
A lizard.
So many
We got a
kids.
dog.
Oh, yeah.
Too many lizards in that house.
From
A lizard.
Chaska. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trees. Yeah.
Speaking of children, she's the mother of Gogurt, the one and only Brittany.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Britt.
Hey, guys. I'm really glad that we're giving AI jobs. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, Gigi, she has to pay her bills somehow.
It's a
Brittany, you don't need to hate on her, Gigi.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Of course, representing the morning show is, well, the morning show, because, I mean, this is the morning show.
You're
there we
here
go.
anyways.
Yeah.
I love it.
Before we get to the categories, because we have plenty of time, I want to touch on something, though, since we have 2 reps from the midday shows here. Steve, we have been supporting the Super Showdown, even on our show. We publicized the bracket today. I do want to check legality-wise. We've felt a tinge of trepidation as the morning show stepping into this because we heard that you and Donna were not happy that Bradley and Dawn had kind of taken on Soup, and that's kind of your thing, and there were lawyers involved, and then Justin Baldoni's legal team got involved. And so are you still uncomfortable with the fact that they've kind of taken the Soup thing from you?
I don't even understand what fully happened. I was out. Someone then said to me, oh, did you hear about what Bradley and Dawn are doing, stealing from your show? And I was like, that's normal, whatever. And then I heard it was about Soup, and I felt like suddenly a moral principle in defending it. But then I forgot about it. And I'm sitting outside of the studio a few days ago. And has someone ever handed you something that they think you know about, and so you just quickly say like, oh, yeah, let me sign this paper?
Yeah.
My ganger hands me a paper. And on the paper, it is this full Soup bracket. And I just pretended as though I knew what was going on. And I was thinking, well, he's afternoon show guy, so this isn't coming from Bradley and Dawn. I just filled it out really quick. Clam Chowder was my winner.
Steve.
They got bucked in the first round. So, yeah, I'm a little irritated. And
Oh, so you just like not paying attention. You picked winners and still didn't connect the dots?
I didn't understand. So now apparently Soup is like a station-wide thing. Even though we put Soup on the map, we made Chef Brian a thing.
Yeah.
And
He
now
was
it's
part
been
of
ripped
this
out.
bracket too, you
Yeah.
know.
He
helped us
betrayed
out.
you, Steve. He betrayed you, Steve.
Chef Brian is my new asshat of the year. That's it.
We were talking about that
You
today.
already crossed Shelly. Now this.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Boy, you call Shelly the wrong name one time to her face. That was awkward.
Wait,
that
what
happened.
name did you pick?
I went with Sally,
Sally.
and I realized
I've called her Maggie before.
to her face.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, I said it. Luckily, I said it kind of mumbly, grumbly. I went Maggie, and then somebody said Shelly. I go, oh, Shelly. So I saved
Lex.
myself. I didn't like say straight out.
I
Sally.
said it like this. Hey, Sally, can you charge Donna for that
Steve.
crouton?
Oh,
And there was
Oh,
a
Steve.
silence
But
that
then
fell over the room.
but someone did hear and then called me out. And I said, well, you kind of look like a Maggie, Shelly.
Oh, Lex.
And then I walked away.
Oh, Lex.
Okay, now that's a hate crime.
Okay.
So
That's our girl.
you're not
That's
alone.
our
Don't
girl.
worry, Steve.
Shelly is the MVP of this building. I do want to go on record. She makes all the desserts here.
Oh,
Yeah.
But most
That's
likely
her.
to commit a crime in the building, I feel like.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a leap.
Well,
oh,
Anyway,
so
Over me.
really?
that's a topic for a different day.
That is,
So
sorry.
take part in just if you want to take part in the stolen. Steve, I'm with you on this. So the stolen super bracket. mytalk1071.com. You would think you'd go to the Don and Steve page, but sadly you're going to the Bradley and Dawn page.
And they have Mike Ganger from the afternoon show doing all the work. Stormer, what the hell are you doing? If you're not committing to our show, why aren't you doing the soup bracket? That's your show.
I'm just here to have fun.
Okay.
I will say this, you guys, it is a great segment. Mike Ganger writes that segment up. It's Oscar worthy.
The puns that he comes up with are just so good.
It's amazing.
Super good, you could say.
I'm sure Steve feels really good about all of this. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm glad to hear a producer who used to work on our show and left for the bright lights of Afternoon Drive is doing just so great for everybody else.
He's very talented.
It's like China taking our technology. I'm telling you. Yes. Okay, let's get back to the subject at hand. That's one bracket and fun thing you can take part in. You can also take part in this, the myTalk Awards. All week long, the shows have been telling you who we think you should vote for. We have two new categories. The first category we're going to debate is Musical Artist of the Year. I always turn to Holly Roberts because she's 80 to 92% more organized than all of us put together. Holly Roberts for Musical Artist of the Year. Who should start?
We are going to start with Stormer from Team Bradley and Dawn.
Wow.
Do we have clips? By the way, I don't know. Holly, do we have clips for this one?
We sure do.
We do. Okay, so Stormer, just list who you your show picked or Bradley and Dawn picked, and then we'll roll a fancy clip.
For Musical Artist of the Year, Bradley and Dawn went with Sabrina Carpenter for the myTalkie this year.
Please, don't prove I'm right.
Yes, that is the lovely and talented Sabrina Carpenter you heard. And of course, that is Please, Please, Please. And guys, what a fantastic year for Sabrina Carpenter. Specifically, why it was a fantastic year for her? Well, she debuted her 6th studio album, Short and Sweet. And a little info on this album, it kind of explores Carpenter's love life and her perspectives from dating in the 2020s, which, as someone who was dated in the 2020s, I can totally relate to that. After it came out, it got really good reviews from a lot of critics. People praised the confidence in the lyrics, the music's enjoyability. But you're probably asking yourself, okay, yeah, it can be critically successful, it can be financially successful, but is it backed up with any hardware? And I can gladly inform you all that it absolutely is, because Short and Sweet and its songs have received 8 nominations at this year's Grammys, including Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album nominations. And fun fact, Sabrina Carpenter has just become one of 15 artists in history who have earned Grammy nominations in all 4 general field categories in just one night. She was also nominated for Best New Artist. All right, well, let's now get into the meat and potatoes of Short and Sweet. What makes this album so successful? What about the songs? Well, you just heard Please, Please, Please. Song received universal acclaim upon critics. It peaked at the top of Billboard's Hot 100 charts, peaked outside of the U.S. and New Zealand, Norway, the United Kingdom, Canada, Denmark, the Netherlands, Portugal, Sweden, and more countries. It was nominated for 3 MTV Music Awards and also has been nominated for Song of the Year at the Grammys. The other big song off the album, guys, is Espresso, also receiving universal acclaim from critics, peaked at number 3 at the Billboard Hot 100 charts, peaked in a whole bunch of countries outside the United States as well, got certified platinum here in the United States and 14 other countries too, went on to win the MTV Music Video Awards.
I'm sorry, your time is up.
And received Grammy nominations for Record of the Year.
Buzzer means time is sadly up.
Why is that?
15.
Holly, play him off. There we go.
That was impressive, you guys. I'll go to war with Stormy. I love it.
Thank you. Had to state my case.
Steve, Lex, Holly, Britt's obviously a traitor, so we're not going to. Anybody have anybody rebutting Bradley and Dawn's pick there? Anybody?
I don't know. I tuned out about a quarter of the way into what I knew was going to be a long speech.
Steve, I'm literally looking to my left on eBay. You see me looking over here. I'm looking at eBay right now.
It was a staggered ADHD moment for me and Steve. All of a sudden, we started making eye contact with each other and making lists in our heads. No, Stormy, I love Sabrina. I'm not taking her down. I can't. But I will say this: her career kicked off by somebody who's also in this category. So she is an offset of a successful woman, which we love.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, you mean Sabrina Carpenter? Oh, you mean Kylie Minogue?
Totally. Of course I mean Kylie.
Locomotion.
We have been down this road 25 years ago, and Kylie Minogue did it better.
That's right, Sister Soldier. That's right.
Alrighty.
Holly, Lex, anything from the morning show, do we think? I mean, I forgot what Stormer said already, but anything?
Sorry, this was happening in my mind when he was talking. Yep, this is
Yeah.
What?
That's literally, that's the music that was playing in your mind? Oh.
It sure was.
Oh.
I was just staring blankly at the screen.
Y'all need to drink more coffee or something.
We're on it. Hey, it's not your fault that we're bad students, okay? That's not on you,
We
Stormy.
disassociate.
Yeah, no, we do love Sabrina as well, but she's no chaperone. Fresh, new, great voice, great anthem
Yeah.
featured, and I know we'll have our time, but
Interesting perspective,
Yes.
original perspective.
yes.
The theme to Soap was going through my mind while he was talking. Just yes. That's right.
I'd hang in your
Did
brain.
you get any winning bids in on eBay, Jason? While
I
he was
did.
going?
I have.
it a back
I'm
and
buying
forth?
something for Alexis. Angela Lansbury. An
Valentine's
Angela
Day.
Lansbury signed mug.
Yarn
I'm looking at it right
pandas?
now. No, it's a
I wanna
mug
hold
signed
the
by
panda.
Angela Lansbury.
Hey, I'm just sorry that Sabrina Carpenter is so successful that there was just so much to talk about. Sorry.
Should have leaned into
True.
her album and made it short and sweet.
Yeah, it was when he said short and sweet a couple times. I was like, the irony.
Right? Seriously.
But it was Stormy. You nailed it. Good
If
job.
you have to tell us it's short and sweet, it's not short and sweet, but that's fine.
Shall
Yeah.
we move on to another nominee for Musical Artist of the Year before we go to break?
Yes.
Absolutely. What show?
We are moving to Brittany and Kendall.
There's not much to say. She said it all. It's Taylor Swift. She won Album of the Year last
We
year.
need a clip, Brittany.
Oh, yeah,
Before you go, we have a
yeah,
clip.
thank you,
We have a
thank you.
clip.
The problem is me and tea time.
Okay, Brittany, plead your case.
Listen, I can sit here and name all the fancy things she won. I can sit and tell you about the 10 million people that went to the Eras Tour that ended December 8th. We forget. I watched the live stream, so I remember it all happened in 2024. We can talk about how on Spotify she has the most streamed music last year, 28 billion. And number 5 is Billie Eilish, which is half that amount. I think she's also in this category. But let's talk about something else. She won the Super Bowl last year.
Okay. Well,
Crickets.
that stopped the show right there. Okay.
That was a little too short and sweet, Britt.
I really
That
thought
might be
something
a
else was
deterrent,
coming
actually.
after
Yeah,
that.
I know.
I thought there was a semicolon, Steve. I thought Brittany put a semicolon right there. Yeah.
I know how much time I have because of Stormy. Okay.
See, this was my strategy. Talk long enough and nobody else had enough time to talk.
I don't think much needs to be said about Taylor Swift, and we want to take down women because they're doing well. I get that. Steve, would you like to go next?
I felt like Brittany had delivered the Super Bowl line, and if I read her notes right now, it would be one of those parentheses, hold for applause, but there was
Yes.
nothing.
We just
But look, yeah, okay, so she won this, but she has been winning.
But
we
she
need
didn't
fresh
win the
new.
Super Bowl. Her boyfriend won the Super Bowl. She was
Sure.
just, we're watching
She
here.
was there.
He has a hobby, and she's
From the VIP box. Eating free nachos. Free nachos.
Chicken
That
nuggets.
normal people don't get.
And now here she is tearing down another white man, and Travis Kelce saying he just has a hobby. You make me sick.
Why do you do that, Britt?
She's a supportive queen. She shows up for his games. I went to my husband's
overshadows.
I went to one of his softball games, and I said, "Couldn't be me, doll." So, like, she's doing the work, people.
Here's what all jokes aside, Lex, Holly, Stormer, Steve.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm counting on for the My Talkers. There's just an oversaturation.
Exactly.
There's just and I'm hoping the backlash for that fuels one of our winners. I don't even necessarily. I mean, I would love
One of
for
the
us to win.
underdogs.
One, yeah. I think My Talkers. I'm just gonna say it. I think they're a little sick of Taylor Swift, even if they like her.
Totally agree. And by the way, when she mentioned the Spotify streamed minutes, if every song that you've put out en masse, Taylor's version, the original version, all those cash grabs are out there for people to listen to,
Thank
then
you.
of course she becomes the most streamed. I'm not unimpressed by
Did
that.
you just say because a lot of people listen to her music, of course it's the most popular?
I have an opposite Billie Eilish fact that proves her individual hit making prowess. Taylor Swift
Can't wait for
vomits
that.
songs everywhere.
Oh,
Billie
my
Eilish
bad.
picks
Well,
and chooses.
And that's why I think it's so hard for us to even say anything about Sabrina Carpenter and Stormer's,
Yeah, because I wouldn't
long
shut up.
reasons here. But with Taylor Swift, like the other three, they feel fresher, new.
Yes.
They should
Like
be
a fresh
musical artist of the year.
apple.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's put Taylor
She's
Swift
been
on an
there-
iceberg.
She's been there, done that time and time again.
It's
Sorry.
like that's right. just like an old rerun of a show.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, speaking of show, we got to take a break and then we'll continue ours. So you heard from Stormer. God, did we? And that was for their pick for Donna and for Bradley and Dawn for Sabrina. For who did you pick? Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes.
And then Brittany pleaded her case for Brittany and Kendall for Taylor Swift. We have Steve in our show when we come back. Special guests, Steve Patterson from Donna and Steve. Brittany from the new Brittany and Kendall extravaganza.
Heyo.
Kendall would be here, but she's too busy reading fairy porn. And then Stormer's here representing Bradley and Dawn.
And one more thing about Sabrina Carpenter.
Is it you, Colin Robinson?
If I promise to vote for her, will you stop, please?
Maybe.
Oh, so that's his tactic all along, you guys.
That's right.
You just called him the energy vampire.
The energy.
I love that show.
From what
I
we
do
do
too.
in the shadows.
Oh,
Colin
that
Robinson
was hysterical. We are, as pre-recorded Rocco said, we are still debating Musical Artist of the Year for the myTalk Awards, and then it'll be up to you guys. You'll get to vote, all of you listening. As always, I turn to Holly Roberts as my North Star, as my map. Kids, if you don't know what a map is, it's what we had to use before Google Maps. Holly, who do I go to next?
We are going to the morning show. Jason and Alexis, the floor is
us.
yours.
Alexis.
Chaperone, the rise and fall of a Midwest princess. This hit hard and it hit fast. Now, she's been in the game for 10 plus years, and to finally get her shine, this was Chaperone's year. We have Hot to Go. We have Pink Pony Club. We have Good Luck Babe, nominated for Grammys on Sunday. She will be performing as well. And wow. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. A little hot to go.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, we know the dance.
That's a bop right
She
there.
broke Lollapalooza history with the biggest crowd ever.
I don't need you laughing at my old references. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brittany laughed that I said it's a bop because I'm old.
It's a total bop. It is a bop. I was watching
Thank
our
you, Steve.
faces,
Thank
all
you.
6 of us were supporting different people.
Yeah.
Everybody was bouncing to
Thank
that.
you.
That's a good one.
It
I mean,
does.
she's got
Oh, slaps. That's what I meant.
Just so many.
1 year wonder written all over her. We all know that. But still, if she's going to get the award, better make it now.
This is her year. Pink Pony Club, Good Luck Babe. I love Karma's My Kink. That's my favorite song.
Oh, my God.
Haven't heard that yet. You'll really like it. But she's just fantastic and constantly writing. She writes her own music, collaborating. She is part of the LGBTQ. So representation, it matters. You know that, right, Jace?
That's right. I can't stand her,
I
but
know
I
you
really want you to vote for her.
Stop
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lex. I'm sorry.
This is when you support her.
But Lex, I have a strategy. Here we go. Because I can't stand her. I know someone that will speak for us and will speak for me. And her name is Gigi.
All right, let's see what she says.
Not her again.
That's right. We're going to turn to Gigi. And she's going to tell us all the reasons why Chaperone's the best.
So polite. You can't even be mad at her.
I wanted to just call her an artificial bitch right now, but I can't because I've heard her.
An AIB.
I trust her. An AIB.
Bruderson.
Sorry.
We have
Sorry. I'm trying to, I'm trying to appeal to the morning show audience.
What is happening?
I'm the bully here.
Well, we don't have much time left in this segment, so we need to go over to Steve.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you did a good job.
I'll make it
there's
quick.
Red Wine Supernova.
Gigi's asleep. Yeah, Steve.
Super
I'll make it
Ultra Modern Girl.
That's right. I forgot we're up against Heartbreak.
Phenomenon.
Sorry, Holly. That's right.
Selection for the Donna and Steve experience is none other than Billie Eilish. Now, I'll walk us backward from this song, which was the individual most streamed song of the year on Spotify. People, it was an absolute hit. You feel good when you listen to it. But if we go in reverse, that's how she ends 2024. She began 2024 by winning a Grammy for What Was I Made For in Barbie, which we all loved. And by the way, a month or two later, she went on and won an Oscar. So if in one singular year, you win a Grammy, you win an Oscar, and happen to have the most streamed song on planet Earth, I think that makes you deserving of the myTalk Award. Don't you, Brittany?
It's again, I have a hard time being in a position where I have to attack Billie Eilish.
Yeah, tear down this woman and what she's done.
I will say I've never chose to listen to that song. That's all. It's not my vibe. It's a sleeper.
Steve.
Yeah, Jason.
How much before the show? How much time before the show did you learn all the stuff that you just said?
Right before the show, as I was walking in.
I was just checking.
Yeah, I parked illegally out front. Had to get let in by Alice. And then as I walked in, I was like, Billie Eilish facts. Anyway, it's good to be here, guys.
Look, I'm a huge
Rebuttals.
Billie Eilish fan. Love her, but she has just consistently, just like Taylor Swift, keeping the hits coming.
Yeah, that's right.
Year after year after
Multiple
year.
Oscar winner.
So it is her year, but it has been her year.
Yeah, it's a little
That's
sleepy.
why we need some freshness,
Yeah.
like Chapel.
Just one rebuttal against Taylor Swift, not against anybody else's selections. Taylor Swift absolutely was just her tour bled out. It was just like, is anybody? Should we still? Let's do another one. At least Billie Eilish,
Like a stuck
gave us
pig.
something groundbreaking in Barbie.
Why are we punishing consistency? You know what other show has
Because it's of
consistent
the year.
has consistent numbers and does well all the time? This morning show.
That's pandering, but it's true.
So,
but I
why would
don't
we
like
punish?
the stuff.
Why would we punish people that do well
We are
consistently?
punished. We wake up at 4.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
Punished daily.
Yeah.
Wear and tear. Yeah, no, I see that.
I did wake up this morning. I was like, 5:30
Yeah,
again.
no.
What am I doing? And then I thought they're pretty much on the air now.
Yeah. Ew, traffic.
Yeah, the past 2 years, my face has literally melted.
Yeah.
And just
All right.
Holly is really 16. I mean, if you look like that, that's right.
All right. You know what?
So in this category, I really feel like there's really just two choices for you. That is Sabrina Carpenter and Chapel Roan.
As long as you don't
would agree with
make
that.
me wake up this early, I'll give you a
Yeah,
chance.
Brittany doesn't care. Okay, there we go. You've heard Musical Artist of the Year. All 4 shows have pled their case. It's up to you to vote. But we're not done. When we come back, we're moving to our next category for today, and that's Asshat of the Year. So go get some more popcorn or a crumpet. We'll be right back. By the way, before we get too far into it, Holly received a call in that commercial break from the FCC. They heard about Steve saying bitch, and because and that word is allowed, but because Steve said it, the morning show has now been fined.
You've gotten fined.
Right, Holly? Is it? I got the details on that right?
Yeah, they're finding us. And Steve, also your mom called. She's very disappointed.
That's worse.
She's not mad.
That is
She's
worse.
just
Disappointed.
Disappointed, yeah.
I almost went biatch, and instead I went with the hard one.
It
and-
was good.
Take it back.
It was good, Steve. I personally enjoyed
Same,
it.
Jason, which why I know like Steve
See?
feels bad about it.
Look what happens when Steve comes in before 9. When he gets in the morning show, he starts talking like the three of us, like sailors. I love it.
Great.
As pre-recorded, Rocco said, Steve's not here. He's here just not to cuss at you. He's here to plead his case for his picks. Brittany's here for her picks. Stormers representing Bradley and Dawn today for the myTalk Awards, the 32nd annual. You've heard Musical Artist of the Year. Now our picks for Asshat of the Year. And as always, I turn to Holly Roberts to guide me. Holly, who are we going for? 2 first.
We're going to go to Steve first for Donna and Steve. Tell us about your Asshat of the Year, sir.
And Steve, don't worry. I have the censor. I have the censor bleep ready to go if you just feel the need to cuss at any point. Yeah.
Let me ask this question. Should I be dramatically pausing? Do we have a clip for my butt hat of the year?
Yes, we sure do.
Just being so careful.
Now I have to be, I'm really going to walk it back.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the butt hat of the year nominee for the Donna and Steve experience is P. Diddy.
That sprawling new indictment paints a disturbing picture of an alleged criminal enterprise run by Combs. Federal prosecutors say he used his business empire to commit crimes, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice.
Despite the fact that Brittany Arneson has said to me multiple times, I think we should hear Diddy out. We've chosen him as our butt hat of the year.
I'm really glad I left to get some more coffee.
I just woke up. What happened?
Throughout 2024, over 100 individuals filed lawsuits against Sean P. Diddy Combs, accusing him of sexual misconduct. Some allegations dating back as early as the 1990s, proving that we hit this tipping point. His entire life, it seems, public life, has essentially been a crime. You heard that soundbite there. Not only are we talking about things like, obviously, sexual misconduct and all sorts of sexual abuse. On top of that, I mean, even arson. When you're throwing in arson in the midst of already what is just a litany of things that he's done to people that are awful, you think this guy may have been doing things really, really bad. When the feds get involved and are raiding multiple properties and then you're trying to fly away, I tried to do. Honestly, Brittany, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt as you suggested, but I just could not. P. Diddy, my butt hat of the year for Team Donna and Steve.
Steve, calm down.
Sorry. I used to love him.
And now here's the rebuttal. I don't know. This is going to be one of those categories that's tough to rebut.
It will be.
Or your Steve re-ass for any of us. Yeah.
I mean, I think that the task for my talkers is who is the most giant asshead of the year.
Oh, good point, Howard.
I would say the guy with the biggest stash of baby oil.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Well, Bradley's not here, so it's, we can't really,
Go ahead, Brittany. You want to defend Diddy?
Hang
on, give Brittany a moment to defend P. Diddy.
This is what I want to say.
All right.
I thought this is where talk is fun. So I'm a little confused. I listened to the old
show.
I listened to the morning show and I LOL to Am I the Asshat where we're wearing white to a wedding. That's the vibe. So if you want to downgrade P. Diddy to asshat, I think
First of all, did you just cuss? Did you use
honestly,
the T word?
Brittany.
I think you just said yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe a little.
No,
Steve's rubbing off on me.
You know, Brittany, I like where you're going with this, and I think you're absolutely right. Asshat is more kind of fun, like a Cybertruck, like the Haktua girl.
Thank
which
you.
We'll be
Look at
defending
Lex.
soon.
Look at
You know,
Lex.
you guys have real criminals here.
Yeah, you guys
They're beyond asshat.
Look, some of you guys went there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we're even going to be able to talk about one of them.
Right.
I just suggest maybe we don't.
Well, just ask Donna. She now knows about it. Yeah.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Yep.
Okay, well, there's the rebuttal. So Steve has P. Diddy, much to Brittany's chagrin, for asshat of the year. I'm just helping my buddy Steve here. Holly, who do we go to next, my friend?
You know what? In honor of Brittany's point of view and the trajectory of this, no, we are not going to be talking about Brittany and Kendall's pick for asshat of the year because we need to get the dark stuff out of the way.
Yeah, it's so dark. Most of the other picks.
How are we going to be able to talk about Bradley and Don's pick? Well, Stormer, I bet, has risen to the occasion. So we're going to sit back.
Stormy, baby.
Let me just sit and listen to this.
Yeah, we're going to listen to that. So, Stormer.
Yes.
Bradley and Don's pick for asshat of the year. Take it away, honey.
Is none other than the United Healthcare CEO killer, Luigi Mangione.
Chill out.
See?
8:30.
There was not only a crowd of supporters outside the courthouse, there were also Mangione fans inside the courtroom. 24 young women who seemed to be trying to catch his eye during the hearing. Just listen to the reaction when Mangione's name came up on SNL's Weekend Update.
Luigi Mangione dropped. Yeah, definitely woo.
Yes, so Luigi Mangione is our selection for asshat of the year. He was recently arrested for everything that I just described, and I'm just going to get straight to the point with this individual because there's not much to defend here, but let's just go ahead and get to what he has been charged with so far as a result of this murder that he did commit. In the state of New York alone, he has been charged with murder in the first degree, murder in the second degree, murder in the second degree again, criminal possession of a weapon in the third degree, and second degree as well. A bunch of other things too. In the state of New York, he was charged with stalking twice, murder through the use of a firearm, and in Pennsylvania, he was charged with carrying a gun without a license, forgery, and other things as well. But the thing that gives this guy the biggest asshat of the year vote, in my opinion, is what he said on his way into a Blair County courthouse. He said this before he was charged by the NYPD. That's completely out of touch and is an insult to the intelligence of the American people and their lived experiences. Sir, the only person that is completely out of touch is you, because you think that murder is a justifiable reason to solve your problems. It is never the answer, folks. It just isn't. And so that is why Luigi Mangione is your vote for asshat of the year.
Who's got Cybertruck?
Yeah, we're happy to go on with Cybertruck.
I'm just going to play a little Mr. Belvedere to bring up the movie.
Guys.
I need to pick this up.
Should be on in syndication.
Yeah.
Like, it should be easier to find. I've never been able to show my kids Mr.
I
Belvedere.
just had to get us out of the murder point of view there.
Yeah, getting both of those kids.
Yeah, people are now turning to CCO radio to get their laughs. They're like, I need something a little lighter.
Yeah.
Want their love.
Morning, Kathy Wurzer for the stand-up.
What up, Kathy?
What up, Kathy?
Yeah, oof.
Well,
They're
but Stormer,
both beyond asshat.
Yeah, but Stormer, you did well there.
You really did.
Hey,
Did.
And it's not your
It's a
fault.
hard one to defend.
It's not your fault. We don't want to talk about people when we're not here, but Bradley did this to you. He did you a dirty, man. He just set you up. He and Dawn set you up. Yeah.
Anyway, more about Sabrina Carpenter now. That'll just make me feel better at
It's
this
that
point.
me espresso.
I need to go take a shower now, guys. See ya.
Yeah. Okay, so to recap, asshat of the year, we had what was the first pick?
P. Diddy. Sorry.
Yeah,
The sexual monster and deviant that is P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Cool.
that's right. And then over to Bradley and Dawn, we had Luigi, not of the Mario brother family. Yeah, that's
I
right.
wish.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to take a break. We're going to shower a little. And when we come back, we're going to lighten things up a little bit.
But are we really?
Not really. We'll be right back. Back to the myTalk Award extravaganza. You've heard Musical Artist of the Year, our arguments for why you should vote for our show's picks. And just a few minutes ago, you unfortunately heard Stormer's pick and Steve's pick for asshat of the year. If you didn't turn off, if you didn't turn over to Kathy Wurzer, if you're still here first, thank you. Number two, we promise it'll get, well, nope, we can't actually promise that, right, Holly? We actually can't promise it's going to get better. But
No, we can't.
But guys, we did start with an alleged serial rapist and then an alleged murderer. If it doesn't get better, we've got real problems. It's got to get just incremental.
Well, let's
Just a
move
little
on
bit.
to an alleged cryptocurrency fraudster with Brittany and Kendall.
Thank you.
Your pick.
The Brittany and Kendall show picked Hawk Tua. What was hilarious is this is a woman named after a lubricating sex act. And it was casually said on every news station ever. A lot of them not knowing what it was even about.
Well, should we play a clip?
Let's.
And spit all that day. Haley Welch went from an average working girl in North Carolina to quitting her job and moving to LA.
I quit my job at the spring factory, and so I don't have to eat Taco Bell.
Living a celebrity lifestyle overnight. In less than a few months, she had a podcast produced and managed by Jake Paul and even got Mark Cuban on the show. Out of nowhere, she announced a meme coin project in development, with the coin quickly hitting a market cap of $500 million. When the coin officially launched, it was an absolute disaster. People lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the people demanded answers.
Yeah. So, an internet sensation with little to no skill sets, relatable. And then she starts a podcast, Talk Tua.
she does have a skill, Brittany. Be nice.
That's
she
true.
does have.
Actually, it's the oldest profession in the world.
What do you mean by that?
I can't explain.
We'll explain later.
I'll bring out diagrams. We have
too young.
We have Talk Tua because why not have a podcast with somebody who has no background in this at all? Of course, the Hawk meme coin, where she made millions and now is under investigation. She's MIA. We haven't seen her since she made her Bart Simpson-like exit while they said, hey, this is under investigation. She says, well, I'm going to bed now. And then ran off, never to be seen from again. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Any rebuttals for the Hawk Tua girl? Or, Steve, did you happen to see, I would just prefer to ask you, Steve, did you happen to see the video of when we enlightened your your colleague, co-host, and friend Donna.
No.
Oh,
do you know what that is? And
yes.
Okay, because we could tell you in if you would like us
I
to.
knew. Yeah, and then I had a child of mine say,
"Oh, Steve."
A child of mine said, "Oh, that person was just saying blah blah," and I said, "What do you think that it references?"
And
then
Steve.
this person validated, and I was like, "Wow, middle school is a real wild west out there."
Oh,
yeah.
I love that we're.
It's very
teaching
matter of
them
fact. It's very matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Steve,
I knew. I don't know how Donna had never heard of it.
Oh, but Steve, I would invite you if you need some light entertainment. Holly cut the mics for everybody. And here on camera, Alexis and Bradley gently told Donna what it meant.
Kendall.
Oh, no.
Kendall.
Yeah.
Oh, of course it was Kendall.
Yes.
And Donna's face, Steve, contorted in ways we didn't know Donna's face could contort.
Yeah.
Did it start with when two people are in love?
Yeah, you can check that out on the myTalk YouTube page. Like and subscribe, please.
Thank you, Holly. No rebuttals. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself.
I mean, she's absolutely in the asshat category.
And is she in legit legal trouble because of all this Bitcoin stuff? She disappeared, but I haven't heard any legal action against her. I'm sure she's getting sued up the wazoo.
So right now, the only paperwork between her would be the people that recommended that she did this Bitcoin. They're the ones that they're seeking restitution. Thank you. After, but not her personally at this moment. But I'm sure she'll be looped in. I'm sure she had signed a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? There was Hulk Hogan did this 6 months ago. I remember Hulk Hogan was trending on Twitter and he had introduced a coin and it was like a pump and dump. Boom, it goes up really big and then they take all their money and then it plummets.
Yep.
I don't know that it's that easy in the world of cryptocurrency to implement these sort of rules because they're all sort of developing. So there's a chance she just made a bunch of coin and she's gone.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? If they have a budget, the FTC will be coming after them soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know about that budget, though, Holly.
Begs to ask, is she asshat or genius? Taking her 1 second, 5 seconds of fame and turning it into all of that.
Or second horseman of the apocalypse.
I'm just trying. I'm trying, guys.
Jason. Jason's or third horseman of the apocalypse. Yeah.
It's famine,
Haktua,
pestilence,
Holly,
and death.
Thank you.
Trumpets in the distance.
Gift, baby.
Yeah.
You can book Alexis to speak at your middle school.
Yeah.
Is Lex in a place of, should I make Bitcoins?
Yeah.
Stop referring to them as Bitcoins.
I don't know how to
All
do
right,
it.
we'll talk off.
Coins.
Finally, for Asshat of the Year, it is the morning. It is the morning show. Alexis, who is our pick for Asshat?
Oh, we've got the Cybertruck.
Tesla's new Cybertruck, designed to look different than everything else on the road, immediately gaining attention online for its radical look. And the truck didn't look much better after this happened. Supposedly unbreakable windows.
Oh my God. Oh man, it didn't go through.
The amount of attention the Cybertruck is now getting.
But millions more saw it and confirmed they don't want it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, quite simply, it's not just the vehicle. It's most likely the people inside the vehicle. Every time you see one of those trucks, you hear this in your head.
Yeah. Uh-huh. AKA asshat.
Yes. I mean, it's the vehicle and by extension, the humans inside the vehicle. It's it makes the Pontiac Aztec look like a Jaguar. I mean, it really does. It makes the PT Cruiser look like a Corvette.
Oh,
you know? Come on. It's the
it hasn't sold well. The numbers are very low.
Difficult to fix too, super expensive to fix.
You take it to Jiffy Lube, you know what I mean?
It failed at some you're right. You can't do that.
All right.
It failed at some basic truck tasks. It just couldn't deliver. And it's just, doesn't look good.
I'm going to put my Botox to work here. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool car with
that's
cool
right. We're
people.
rebuttaling.
Okay, we're looking at your face now. Say it again.
Yes.
Straight into the camera, baby.
Your stitches are breaking.
I think it's hot. When people drive it, I say, I'd like to have sexual relations.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Meow.
Cybertrucks don't
Charge,
allow
they're on
baby
sale.
seats. They don't have baby seats in there, so Go-Go would not be able to go in there.
It's just me and that driver.
Maybe that's a positive
You're
change.
really leaning into this storyline.
I'm unwell. I'm not feeling good.
You should go to the middle schools with Alexis. I think you guys could really
in a Cybertruck.
Yes, and just teach the children.
Happy to.
It means a lot when I see someone driving. I think, wow, they've made it.
And they're understated.
Yes, that's my favorite thing.
What?
They're not looking for attention at all.
No.
They're also on sale right now. They're having a big they're leasing and big discounts. It looks
there's
like
a
too,
discount?
So. Yeah, already.
Put one aside for me, please.
Brittany is really leaning into this.
Yeah.
I love that.
She's convinced me.
I call it a sea truck because I say it so
Steve,
much.
I got to tell you, Steve.
Yes.
I would pay large sums of money to see you driving around.
Let me tell you,
Chaska in a Cybertruck.
Oh my gosh.
My kid, at least my 12-year-old son, would love it. He'd be like, "This is amazing." The rest of the community at large would view me in even worse light than they already do out in Chaska. There are a few out in Chaska. It's weird. You're just driving out there, and there's like Petco, and then boom, Cybertruck.
Yeah, and what are your first thoughts? Yeah, odd.
They're odd. I'd like to see inside of one. I'd like to test drive one. Yeah. Owning one feels like a lot.
Steve, I'll go with you.
It's the curiosity factor, and then you're done.
Yeah. There we go.
Speaking of which, we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, look at that.
Thanks,
Hold on,
Steve.
I got a couple more things to say about Sabrina.
Really quick. Thanks to Brittany.
Thanks, guys. Had a blast.
Diddy's best friend. Thanks to Steve. It's your turn to vote. Go out and be yourself, right? Even if it means liking Diddy, right, Les?
How dare you, Brittany?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what I'm going to say. You be you. Have a great day, Don and Steve up next. Bye for now. We love you.
Where it's fun.